Hello, girls and boys of every age. If you like Halloween, stick around with me and you will see the town of Halloween.
That was kind of off key.
Yeah, well, that's kind of the point.
I've heard you sing better.
This is Random Conflux, where not Random Con Fox, Random Con Flux.
That joke was funny once.
Yeah, just yeah.
Anyways, I'm John.
I'm the weird, bad singing Zach. Sometimes skeleton, but other times just me.
Yeah.
Just me. It's pretty bad. Just being me. The voices in my head wanted to get out.
Anyways, I think we're talking a little bit about the new Dragon Ball game and that Dragon Ball in general, and maybe some other things.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of news with Dragon Ball. So if you're a Dragon Ball fan, stay tuned.
Yeah.
To the channel. To what we're saying.
Yeah.
Right here. Right now.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not right here, right now for you. It's like future. We're the past.
Mm.
So future me, grow some facial hair. Better than what you already got. Get some little 5 o'clock shower scruff.
Yeah, good luck with that.
But there's a lot of news for Dragon Ball, so if you're not a Dragon Ball fan, you're probably not going to watch this. But considering the algorithm and like what our Dragon Ball episodes do get,
We should do alright.
it seems worth the topic, especially with how much I see people interested in Dragon Ball, like online, about like updates. Guess we're not the only channel that does it. I think Moxico has done a few videos on like some Dragon Ball related stuff, but more manga than we do.
Yeah, no,
we're not really a Dragon Ball channel.
We just do a lot of Dragon Ball. It's actually been a while since we did some Dragon Ball. There'll be a video that I'll probably...
While.
Yeah, there'll probably be a video up before this on where we played a little bit of Sparking Zero. Based on what you've played of it, though, what do you think of it?
I like the standard controls for it more than the classic, because the standard's like Xenoverse.
Yeah, I've been using classic myself,
But classic really isn't really classic. Is it?
Yeah.
It's not exactly like the predecessors.
It's very close. There's a few differences, but it's very close. Where if you played the original and you went to that, you would feel right at home. You know what I mean?
But to me, it seems more simplified.
Maybe a little.
Like, it's the classic punch and kick and block and all
blast
that
and
stuff. But so is standard. But the only difference is your power-ups on one side rather than the other.
Yeah.
And that fits a lot more with Xenoverse than its predecessors. But the predecessors, if I'm not mistaken, it was what? Blocking back to power up?
No, it was L2.
Yeah.
It was the L2 button to power up.
Okay.
And with standard, it's R2 to power up, but L2 for classic. So they did keep that. They kept the blasts the same for classic, but they made the blast Xenoverse like for standard.
But wasn't the blast in Sparking Zero for classic? Wasn't it like you hold in the charge button and then it was like maybe Y, B, X.
That's why it was in the other one too. You held
I
it.
thought it was like charge, triangle, and like up. Or,
Yeah, that's the way it is with classic too. L2 triangle and up, or L2 and triangle, or L2 triangle and down, for all your like moves and ultimates. Whereas with standard, it's L2 triangle, L2 square, L2 or circle, or R2 and circle, or whatever it is. I don't know. You know what I mean? You were doing them. Standard's actually a little easier. There's less button presses.
I think they simplified some of the moves from the classic too. Because my problem, if you haven't played the game for as many years as I have, like you don't keep in tap with the game.
Yeah.
You start losing the button prompts, you start losing that muscle memory, and like you go from an old game to a new game, and it's like, oh, so different in controls.
Yeah, but with me, with those older games, there's certain games I replay about once a year. Tenkaichi's oddly enough one of those games, the series. So having a newer game in that series was fun for me, and I've been playing the heck out of it.
I mean, I would like to see, especially if, and this is going to go into the next topic, especially with Super getting a second series.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Supposedly they're supposed to be getting another season.
Which is being dubbed now. As far as I'm aware of, they already got like the
It's
like
not out.
the animation is set to be dubbed, like for the American audience.
Okay.
And for those that may not know, the Japanese footage doesn't always carry over to the American footage. Certain things get cut because of certain regions and ethnicities. Did I say that right?
Something like that.
But also culture too, depending on the type of culture or country. So it may fit or it may not fit, and sometimes you gotta go back to the drawing room and redraw some parts to kind of fit the people that are dubbing it. Sometimes you gotta make the lip movements a little longer or a little shorter, depending on how the dialect is spoken.
And there's something interesting. Going back to Dragon Ball Kai, which was like the redo of the series. It was
I
only.
don't know if you noticed, but you do have the American and the Japanese dub on disc.
I know, dude.
So
it's synced really well, but they don't change the lips.
well, I was gonna say, do you see the Japanese lips going a little bit faster? Because Japanese, if most people aren't aware of, is spoken very fast.
Yeah, so they have to try to make the English match that as much as possible.
Yeah, and sometimes it's so much harder, especially when you're just, you're trying to match it.
Yeah, back to what I was saying though with Kai. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is right. Originally, they were just going to do Kai up to the Cell Saga. Funimation actually funded them to do the Buu Saga as well, so they could have a whole series on Kai. So if it wasn't for like them adding the funding, they wouldn't have done the Buu Saga.
It would be cool to see like the people from Team Force get into doing some of the recording for season 2.
Yep, I know they do some of the voices, like Jocko was voiced by Team 4 Star member. I forget which one.
I think Zack is one of the people that does a lot of the villains.
Yeah. And then
I know he does Sal. I think he does Frieza for a bridge.
He might. I'm not sure.
And then Masako does Goku, Gohan.
Yeah.
I think he does Goten?
Something like that.
So I know he did Kid Gohan and Team Gohan.
Yeah.
And I know he does Goku in the Abridged. I would actually like to see him do Goku probably a little bit better than the one that's actually doing Goku.
I think the one that does Goku is good, and he's iconic, but Masako does a really good Goku, I admit that. I like his too.
I think because of the change in pace, and you're shaking your leg again, please stop. I think because of the change of pace, some of the Team 4-star members could really kind of give some of the people that's been doing the voices for years a break.
Honestly, what I want to see, because it's more humor based, I'd like to see Team 4-star voice Dragon Ball Daima for the dub.
That
would make sense.
Yeah.
Because yeah, it's still Dragon Ball, but it's meant to be more humor, and that's what they do is humor. I think that'd be perfect.
Oh yeah. And if we're going to speak about these guys, then
Props to them.
please go watch their channel.
Yeah, their stuff's awesome.
I think Vegeta, the guy that does Vegeta, I think his is Prince Vegeta
I don't remember.
on YouTube. Well, we know Masako X is Masako X.
Yeah. No, he's got his own channel where he
I
talks
don't
about
know
stuff.
Sax though. Team 4-star, if you watch our channel, please put your names down in the like your links and everything. Go ahead, put that down in our comment box.
Yeah.
And just we'll have people come over and watch you guys.
I know in the Xenoverse games, the guy that voiced Nappa,
Yeah.
my brain's blank on names, but he actually voiced one of the voices for the created character. And if you select it, they do a bunch of funny stuff when he does blasts and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah.
On Xenoverse 1 or 2?
Both. It's the same voice on both of them. And then there's a few different things on her.
But going back to the game, it was fun.
Oh yeah. And we'll probably end up doing more matches, some local, some maybe online, but we were having fun.
I don't like the menu. I don't like how that's set out. It's very combobulating.
I like their creativity, but it could have been simplified.
I mean,
I like the animations and stuff in it, but
that's not what gets me. It's how everything's categorized.
yeah.
If I'm looking for, let's say, story mode, I don't see where it says story mode.
It's episodes instead. Usually it's called like Dragon Adventure or something like that, and instead just episodes.
And, like, I get, like, the battles 2 players or, like, just, like, battling. But, to me, a lot of that could be more simplified. The options, you have to look down in the bottom right to find the button for that.
The menu could have been easier to navigate. I agree with you there. Like, it's doable, but you have to makes you think when you're navigating the menus.
I mean, there's something that they can have brought over from Xenoverse, which is create a character.
That'd have been cool.
Because I noticed a lot of similarities between the Xenoverse and Sparking Zero.
Yeah.
And, like...
Speaking of Xenoverse, it is still getting DLC.
I know.
It and Kakarot and this game is getting Daima DLC and a bunch of other stuff still. It's like, what the...
Well, I expect that with this game. This game's new.
I know, but even with the older games.
It's, well, Daima. Oh, goodness.
I've watched the first 2 episodes of it. It's not bad. It's different.
My Japanese is very, very bad. I don't even read Japanese that well anymore. I mean, I used to be able to read kanji.
And you're rusty.
And I'm rusty. I literally have to go back to like the basics and have like a cheat sheet.
That's why I'm happy with subtitles.
I think I know what house is. I think it's an upside down, like the middle part of like a peace sign, and then like a cross. I think that's house. Fire's almost the same kanji, except the cross parts are broken. There's like a dash and then like a comma on the other side. I mean, I could probably write it better than I can explain it. But I used to know like every form of kanji there was. You know, growing up with a Japanese grandfather. Well,
neighbor that was
grandfather.
He was like a neighbor that you were close to. That was like
taught me a lot of Japanese and I forget it. The moment you pass this, I'm like, I can't even say goodbye in Japanese now. God damn it. But I think I speak more Russian stuff than I do Japanese. I wouldn't mind like relearning Japanese just to watch a lot of manga. Read a lot of manga. Watch a lot of anime. Especially when it comes down to Dragon Ball, because a lot of it's still going on over in Japan. So many episodes than what we have here.
I know, because there was Dragon Ball Heroes, which was like wasn't canon to Super. It was its own thing, but it was going on forever.
There
and
was Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball Super Heroes.
Yeah, that's.
And then Dragon Ball Heroes, and Dragon Ball something or other, then Dragon Ball Daima.
Yeah, Heroes wasn't really canon or anything. It was just like, let's throw these battles together and have fun.
Yeah. I think it's like Dragon Ball Fusion.
Yeah.
Where nothing in that game is canon. Like, every single character had the ability to fuse with another, but never was ever canon.
And then there was a second Bardock special, which never really got an English dub. Where Bardock went Super Saiyan.
It does? Wait, the old one or the new one?
The newer Bardock movie, where Bardock went Super Saiyan for the first time. Because he didn't in the original movie, but they had like another movie that was like a.
It does, but only on disc. But the disc is the only one that's got the dub. And like, I don't even know if they have it for sale here in America. But I heard that the dub on that was really bad.
I don't know.
Because they didn't go with Funimation for it.
Yeah, I know Team 4-Star did their own dub of it too for fun. It was more humor based, but they did their own version of it.
Well, if I want to watch humor based, and don't take us wrong, I would go and watch Team 4-Star.
Oh yeah, they do it
But
awesome.
if I'm watching to watch Dragon Ball and get the rest of the canonical story, like I want to be able to pay attention to it.
Yeah.
And understand it and get like the full story. That's just the kind of person I am.
Makes sense.
But if I've already watched it and I'm like, I don't mind watching a joke clip of it.
Yeah.
Like, then I'll go ahead and watch what Team 4-Star is doing.
Yeah. And I enjoy watching Dragon Ball in the background. It's a fun show to watch in general. The whole series is fun to watch in general.
Oh, yeah. Matter of fact, when I'm working on my script, I'll actually have Team 4-Star on in the background. Because I'll listen to how they work on their script and how they kind of push like a funnier tone to the story without really over driving it to the point where the story is still it's all jokes and giggles and nothing else. It kind of puts me in the right mindset to work on my own script and like how to actually put some jokes in rather than like over bombarding it.
Yeah, because the joke should smo. If it's a joke should schmo. No, jokes should be smooth, like in a thing. Like they shouldn't be like overdone.
It should flow.
Yeah.
I mean, especially if it's a comedy or whatever it is. Like one joke should flow into another joke, and then maybe some seriousness to it.
Yep. And when it comes to a joke, this is actually a rule I usually have. I don't overplay them. Like once it's funny, twice as annoying. You start doing a joke too much, it gets old.
Yeah. I don't really see like putting influences that like what influence you to make the story you're making. I don't see like putting that into the story itself is bad because like that also gives the story some realism and depth. Like, yes, it's a different world, but at the same time, you're also kind of paying homage to the people that influence you.
Gotcha.
Some people do it by their art style. Like with Naruto. The person that was behind the art of Naruto was a big fan of Akira Toriyama. And I think they were friends at one time.
Might have been.
But out of respect for Akira Toriyama, they made their main character, Naruto, wear the same colors as Goku.
Yep, blue and orange.
And that that was like, hey, we're kind of like showing our respect to you.
Yeah.
Your main character wears these colors. With our character wearing these colors, it's our way of showing respect to you. And there's a lot of people that take the Super Saiyan portion of Dragon Ball, Diamond Ball, Dragon Ball, and like overuse it to the point where it's just a meme at this point. And to me, like, Okay, flattery's the
Imitation is the best form of flattery.
yeah, but it's to the point where okay, that's beyond flattery. That's just patronage.
Now, here's something interesting. So we talked about like our opinions on Sparking Zero. What's your least favorite or like the worst anime game you've ever played? Doesn't necessarily have to be Dragon Ball, but it's got to be an anime-based game.
Hanito.
And what is that?
You're not getting away with that. Share your energy with me.
Look up the word Hanito.
Okay. See if this is even a... I believe it's a thing.
Han-you-to. Yes.
H-O-N?
I think it's H-A-N. Y-U-T-A-W. Hanito? Hanito?
It's not even showing up.
For good reason. Don't try to find anime games on random websites.
I'm not even gonna question.
I thought it was gonna be like something like maybe Naruto or Dragon Ball.
I'm guessing it was very adult.
Well, let's just say I'm never gonna play that game again.
Now, I'm talking now. One of the worst, like officially released ones. There was a. It's actually impressive the graphics at the time and what they were able to do. For the TurboGrafx CD, they have a Dragon Ball game.
You say it was bad?
Compared to games now, I will give them credit though. They did a good job with like the story mode and stuff, but the gameplay it was kind of a pain. Now, trying to think of other anime games I played that I wasn't crazy about.
Well, I've played Blue Dragon.
That's a good game.
I've played, as of right now, I'm playing Skies of Arcadia.
Yeah, that's good. Technically, Blue Dragon, the game came before the anime, but I'll still count that as an anime game because they made an anime based off it. I'll be nice. That's a good one.
I've played Chaos Dragon.
I don't think I played that.
I think it was for Game Boy Advance. Dragon Quest.
Dragon Quest is good. I know you're not a big fan of turn-based, but it's a good game. Or they're good games, and they're good games.
Well, when you're bored sitting in a freaking doctor's office, you gotta take what you have.
Yeah. Pokemon's always been a good game, and yeah, technically the game came before the anime. I get it, but it's still a good game.
Anime came before the game.
Regardless, it's good.
Pal World has an anime.
Does it?
I believe.
I don't think it does, but...
I know Digimon came...
Oh, Digimon does.
The anime came before the game.
Oh, Digimon does, yeah. And they've had good games and bad games.
Actually, the game that you're talking about that came before the anime wasn't technically a Pokemon game. It was like Tamagotchi.
Regardless.
It was more along that type of gameplay than how Pokemon is now. But since we're going on Pokemon at this point, and we kind of lost Dragon Ball, technically, Pokemon can't get Power World in trouble for a couple simple reasons. They are following the Digimon fight style.
Yeah.
where
They're trying to get on a technicality.
You as a character, you fight as well as the pals that you throw onto the battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the pal spheres are like Pokeballs, and you don't just have one pal. You can have like I think 6 pals.
Mm-hmm.
But the ancient type is a lot more like the Digimon games of that time.
Makes sense.
Because Pokemon has always been turn-based. And when I heard about PAL World being a lot like Pokemon, I was doubting it. And
It's got similarities, but I wouldn't say it's just like it.
The PAL Sphere being a Pokeball. You getting 6 PAL instead of 1. But the action is, one, the pals are all computer generated when it comes down to who plays them. But your character, as you, the character you build, the human in the scenario is a fighter. Where in Pokemon, all they do is just sit back and order the other creatures to fight to the death. And I'm kind of against Pokemon to that extent because I don't like fight clubs. I don't like animals getting hurt.
I mean, I like Pokemon, but I can see kind of your point. Now going.
Well, I always overthink things too.
Yeah. Now going back to the Dragon Ball games, compare the new game to Sagas. Remember Sagas?
I don't want to remember Sagas. I had it for PS2, and it's just... I love the fact that it was open world. I hated the fighting.
The best thing about Sagas for me was the co-op, but
I hated the fighting.
Co-op in a crappy game isn't necessarily better.
I tried co-op one time with that game, and it nearly broke my PS2.
Was you getting mad?
No. It kept wanting to slip.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Weird.
I don't know what it was doing to the disc in my PS2, but it kept like flinging the disc off the spinning thing.
Weird.
Oh yeah, I had a PS2 Slim, which was silver, and every time I tried to play like co-op on it, it's just no way. Even playing just single mode was causing my game to like heat up.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it was doing to the fucking system. But yeah, when I realized that, I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna sell this game.
Yeah. I played it. Yeah. I played it. I still technically have it. Do I play it currently? No.
I mean, Naruto.
Oh, the Naruto games are pretty
good. Game was actually better.
Oh, the Naruto games aren't bad. I have the Ninja Storm collection. I have a few of the games on PS2. Good games in general.
But a lot of the you would think a lot of anime games would either take like maybe a brawling game or something like Pokemon.
Actually, a lot of anime games now, including Naruto, they kind of adopt the Tenkaichi style. If you think about it, like the Ninja Storm games.
Yeah,
It's not the same, but it's got a similar like arena style like Tenkaichi has.
Well, a lot of games partake, especially with anime, with being in like two categories. You either had the beat 'em up games, or you had your turn based,
Yeah.
like Pokemon, Final Fantasy, Blue Dragon. Matter of fact, Blue Dragon, really good game.
Yeah.
You should grab it.
I think it's like $10 on Xbox. Let me look.
I think it's maybe 10 or 15 on Steam.
It's not on Steam.
It's not on Steam?
I don't think.
Let me find Steam on here.
$20 on Xbox.
$20 on Xbox. Minimize that. Steam.
I can look it. I can look it on my phone.
You can find Steam on your phone?
Yeah.
Okay, then I didn't need to minimize out of the Destiny. We'll just sit here and wait for you.
And here I've been training seriously, developing something new.
What are you two whispering about? Whatever strategy.
Okay, it is Xbox exclusive. It's not on Steam.
Not on Steam.
True, you can do your new move with just
Oh, well.
one arm?
If you had a choice of characters
For me to gather up
out of any game whatsoever to put into a Dragon Ball game, who would it be? And from what game?
Yeah, that's a good question. Let me think here.
Like a non-Dragon Ball Z character put into a Dragon Ball Z game.
I'd say some of the Mortal Kombat characters would be cool. Throw Raiden in there.
That makes sense. I was thinking maybe Ocarina of Time Link, because technically you can call like Din's Fire a power move.
Kinda, but they basically did that with Tapion. Am I wrong? Tapion is basically Dragon Ball Link.
No, he is tapioca, sir.
Tapioca pudding. No, but literally, like, the inspiration for drawing him was Link and a couple other things.
Well,
I'll guide you. Hey, if you keep
I would actually like to see like some of Naruto characters in Dragon Ball.
They've done it a couple times in like some crossover stuff in video games. Like for instance, in Ultimate Ninja and Ninja Storm 3, one of the DLCs that you could get as a pre-order bonus was a Goku gi for Naruto.
Well, that's not another character coming into another game.
No, and I think they've had crossovers in a couple of the games too. I can't remember.
I know, like, the Goku gi for Naruto was in a lot of, like, the Naruto games. But, I think even Chi-Chi's outfit was given to one of the characters in Naruto. But, I wouldn't mind, like, having, like, Naruto Uzumaki as a character in Dragon Ball. Or, Shinsuke? Sasuke?
I can see that. There's a few anime characters that would be good in Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Not necessarily more powerful than DBZ characters, but just like cool to see. Saitama from One Punch Man would be cool. Not anime, but Superman would be cool. Because all the Superman versus Goku topics.
Oh, those memes. What about Batman? Batman versus Goku. Who will win?
Batman in a straight up fight, no. Batman having analyzed Goku, because Goku does have weaknesses, yes. Here's the reason. Goku, he's strong, but he's not invisible, and there are things you can exploit.
You mean invincible?
I said invincible.
You said invisible.
Regardless, but yeah, like for instance, Goku, Saiyans in general have very high metabolisms. You deprive a Saiyan of food, that weakens them considerably. There's also trying to think of other things. Goku caught off guard can actually be injured. Like I said, this is all if Batman played dirty. In a straight up fight, Batman loses.
Well,
But
you also have to kind of consider Batman will play dirty.
yeah,
Batman is one of those characters, he will take every advantage because he has no power.
yeah,
His brain is his power.
yeah.
I think the Iron Man guy.
Tony Stark,
No, the guy that plays Tony Stark.
Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah. Robert Downey Jr. said it the best. My best power is in my head.
Yeah,
It beats all powers that come against me.
Mhm.
And that's the way Batman is.
Mhm.
If Batman went up against Vegeta or Goku, a battle between Batman and Goku would be 100% different than Batman versing Vegeta. Because Goku won't fight Batman if he sees that Batman's on the up and up.
yeah. That
And if he's like, okay, well, you're human, I'll pretty much train you to your limits, but if you can't get where I'm at, you're no fun to me.
That and Goku, if he wants to see how you fight, he'll lower himself to your level to see what you can do.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
he's more
He'll
into-
be like, okay, I'm going to lower myself to see if I can get you to where I'm at.
Yeah,
If I can't, then you're no fun to me.
Yeah.
I don't,
Yeah.
like,
because for Goku,
I'm just not going to bother with you.
because Goku, even if you're weaker, there's things he can learn from you. There's techniques, there's fighting styles, things like that. He's more like he likes a challenge, but he also likes learning what you can do.
I think Goku, out of desperation, used Gohan's Mazinko once.
He's used, I think he might have used that. He used Solar Flare. He used Destructo Disc. He's Goku has very few techniques that he actually developed himself. He's very good at like copying other people's techniques. If you think about it.
I don't think there's one move in Goku's arsenal that he created himself.
Yeah. Kamehameha was Roshi's.
Spirit Bomb was
Kinkai.
Guy. Destructor Disc was Krillin. Solar Flare was Tian Shinhan.
Yeah. And that's not to discredit Goku. He's an amazing martial artist in the show. He's the main character of the show. But
Wolfang Fist was Yamcha.
Goku never used Wolfang Fist.
No, but he used Spirit Ball,
Yeah.
which is Yamcha. His version of the Spirit Ball.
Actually, Yamcha made that first. It's the Spirit Bomb is Goku collects the spirit energy of everything around him. The Spirit Ball is Yamcha's own spirit energy condensed into a ball, Yu Yu Hakusho style, and controlled.
That's the yellow.
Yeah,
The blue version is
he never
King
used.
Kai teaching him how to take the other energy from around him, and it changes the ball to blue.
I don't think he ever used it like that.
He used it in 2 episodes.
I don't remember that.
There was 2 episodes where he actually tried to use it. He succeeded in actually throwing it, but it missed the target and he died.
No.
Well, almost died. It was during the Angel arc.
Yeah. Now, one of the funniest things, Yes, Goku learned Kaioken from King Kai, but in the Garlic Jr. saga, you see Chi-Chi use Kaioken. On God, remember that? You remember that?
Well, you can kind of say that was probably just Garlic giving Chi-Chi the power.
She was corrupted by the mist. Garlic Jr. didn't have anything to do with her using it herself. She just... but it was still funny.
Anybody that was under the influence of Garlic Jr., Garlic Jr. had the ability to trade his energy to.
Yeah, regardless, Chi-Chi using Kaioken was funny.
But Red Aura wasn't just Kaioken. It also had to do with pure negativity. And there were a handful of other characters that used Red Aura.
Yeah.
Other than the Kaioken.
I know.
I think Super Membu?
Membu?
Yeah, the red and purple guy.
I'd have to look that up. I'm not as familiar with Super.
It was GT.
Okay.
But he had a reddish aura. Sort of like the Kaioken. And I think the reason why they... Well, this is also the reason why they changed Goku having gold or blonde hair as a transformation. Because, like, he didn't want to have to pay for all the ink.
Yeah.
But it was also to distinguish Goku from any other power up.
I can see that. I did like in Super where they combined the Super Saiyan Blue with Kaioken for one of the moves, and then Goku suffered afterwards from
yeah. But it also was one step forward to unlocking Ultra Instinct.
Yeah.
Because if you can go to that point and you're already past God and then you're stacking Kaioken on top of that, yeah, you're going to last a little longer because a lot of that's not leaking out of you. But kind of keep it from breaking down as quick takes a lot of key control.
Yeah. Exactly.
And key control is one of the things that Whis was trying to teach Goku to teach Goku Ultra Instinct. But technically, even Goku wouldn't be able to master Ultra Instinct because he's not an angel and he's not pure-hearted.
I think he did end up mastering it to a point.
Technically, it's an alternate form of Ultra Instinct. Mainly subjugated to the Saiyan biology inside Goku, which gives him the silver hair transformation. But there's a step further to that form of Ultra Instinct. And a lot of people are saying that that's going to gear towards Super Saiyan 4. But with like a different color scheme.
Let's skip the pleasantries. We're here to take you
A lot of people are saying that that's going to be like a white Super Saiyan 4.
I can see that. I'd like to see Super Saiyan 4 in the new series because that's one of the cool things about GT was Super Saiyan 4. I mean, yeah, Super Saiyan Blue and all that stuff's awesome, but Super Saiyan 4 had its own coolness to it too.
Well, technically they can do it in 4, but they have to bring back the USR.
Yeah.
And they have to find a way to make the Izaru make sense. because that's the way to transform into Super Saiyan 4 is you master the Ozaru. And then once you can master the Ozaru, you go into Super Saiyan Ozaru, and then you control that form, and that's Super Saiyan 4. Because then you're going back to your original body, but you still have the effects of the Ozaru. Why? Just why? What are you doing on your phone, sir?
I'm looking at weird stuff on the AI image generator app. But no, I agree with you. It's like, it would be cool if they did it, but they, like you said, they have to master Rosario.
But would the Saiyans from 6 be able to master Rosario? Because the Saiyans from 6, they don't have tails.
That's a good question.
They lost their tails a long time ago in their like history, where Saiyans in the Universe 7, like Goku, Vegeta, Radish,
I don't think he's got the
Ghost Nappa!
Nap and all them. Yeah, they had tails, so they could transform.
Yeah, even Gohan had a tail. But Trunks and Goten were born without tails. So when that Saiyanology was passed down to Trunks and Goten, I mean, I can see it for Goten, but why Trunks? Because Gohan was Goku's first son, and Gohan was born with a tail.
If you want to get the actual reason, it's because Toriyama forgot. Lore reason, I would say either they were removed at birth or it's like a 50-50 thing. Like, depending on what genes you get, you can be born with it or born without it.
Well, they also say half-breeds, at least coming from Toriyama, half-breeds with being born with a tail are actually stronger than their parents. And because most of the when you have the tail, a lot of the S genes are in the tail. But when you lose the tail, the S genes focus in the back. And then that's one of the reasons why Goten and Trunks were able to go Super Saiyan so quick. But it's one of those things where, yes, the whole point was Akira Toriyama forgot that Saiyans had a tail. But he also, like, he didn't have to, but to kind of fix a mistake, he gave them a new lore. Which was really cool because he did that on the fly. I think it was due to someone asking him, like, why doesn't Trunks and Goten have tails? And he's like, I'm not gonna lie, I forgot. But on the other hand, you can kind of say that it's the human DNA overriding the same DNA and clustering all the S cells to the back. Which actually makes the Saiyan stronger. And also the fact if a Saiyan's more pure-hearted, they'll transform into a Super Saiyan more easier. Rather than using anger to transform. But it also kind of makes them slightly weaker than if they're using rage to transform. Because if you go on the legend that oh, by the way, you showed me these pictures at random and is just comment bad Jay. Bad Johnny. Ducks. There's ducks. But anyways, one of the things that I noticed Akira Toriyama was doing was he was giving different characters different kai.
Mm-hmm.
Like different colors to the kai. Like Chase had red kai. Burr had blue kai. Ginyu had purple kai. Did Gordo have a different color kai, or was his white?
I don't know if he had different or if it was green. It was one or the other.
And then the idea is the color of kai you emit kind of has to do with the type of strength you have.
Mm-hmm.
And then later it got switched as it takes reflection from your skin.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with the Ginyu Force. They wanted it to be kind of, your skin is this color, but the kai that's going to go around you is going to reflect your skin right back to you. So that's the color coordination with that.
Now, something cool that they did in the older Tenkaichi games. I haven't played enough of Sparking Zero to see if they have it, but you can get items that change your key color to like whatever you want it to be. You're projecting mayonnaise from your hand. It's like
no,
You're
stop.
blue.
Give me the phone, George. But anyways, we're talking about Dragon Ball, and he's on his phone looking at weird stuff. But I was going on with Kai and T and all that other shit.
Exactly.
But there's a lot that they can do with the Dragon Ball games.
Yeah.
And there's some things that I haven't seen in a Dragon Ball game that I would probably like to see in a Dragon Ball game. Especially like the Tenkaichi games or Sparking Zero games. If they continue that trend, give us a character creator.
Oh yeah, I agree.
That would be wonderful. But change the menu.
And that's your biggest gripe on the menu. Mine was sometimes with Classic, it was a little unresponsive.
I would like the story mode to actually be more open world rather than chapter based.
Yeah, I could see that.
And you're basically playing the character through that part of their, like, that world within, like, that timeline.
Yeah. Speaking of Super Saiyan,
Just give me badge.
I lost my phone.
Last phone privileges. Focus!
It was a picture of him, and it was AI generated, but he had Super Saiyan mayonnaise hair.
Yeah. And this is why I took the phone off my brother. But anyways. Yeah, I would love to see, like, a single player mode that's more open world than what they used to be.
I could see that. I did like all the branching paths they had in it, which is kind of cool. Like different battles, if you beat them or beat them quicker than you're supposed to, it would unlock a different scenario, and you could go down that path, which is kind of cool. A character that I haven't really seen like available to fight in the games, but totally should be because they've had the sprite in multiple games, Mr. Popo. Think about it. Think how good he was in Dragon Ball.
Well, no, he did fight him during Dragon Ball.
He fought him and Goku fought in Dragon Ball. Popo was training him, but I would like to see him as an actual
well,
playable
he
character.
also don't fight King Kai.
Oh, I'd like to see King Kai as a fighter too. That'd be cool.
Or Bubbles.
Maybe.
Or Jimmy.
Gregory, you mean?
Yeah, Gregory.
Well, I can see all of them. But just no, King Kai and Popo would be interesting.
Wasn't King Kai in one of the Dragon Balls?
In one of the games, I don't think he was ever playable. I'm curious now. Hand me the phone. I'm not gonna look up dumb crap again. Oh man, I actually gotta look it up.
I know he was in Tenkaichi. We didn't know talk about Tenkaichi.
Hold on, was he ever playable? Let's see.
I hated the Tenkaichi games. Not like the
You're thinking like
Tenkaichi.
You're thinking like Ultimate Tenkaichi and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You can play as King Kai in Breakers, and you can throw bubbles at a raider.
Bubbles.
He was also playable in Dragon Ball Kai Ultimate Butoden, but it was never released outside of Japan. With the Game Genie, you can play as him on the SNES DBZ game, Legend of the Super Saiyan. Okay. That's cool. So, Ultimate Butoden for the DS, but it wasn't released outside of Japan.
Xenoverse takes the Dragon Ball Xenoverse 1's character creator is taken from Dragon Ball Fusion.
It's very similar. It's not like identical, but
It was slightly upgraded from Dragon Ball Fusion, but it's the same one from Dragon Ball Fusion. And then when they made it for Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, it was highly upscaled. But yeah, it's the same one from Fusion.
Fusions was pretty good.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, it's for 3DS. I played it totally legitly off.
Legitly.
No, it's a good
Quotation
game.
marks. Finger quotes. But
no, there's no. He'd be a cool character to throw in there.
yeah. A lot of people are giving Fusion like really bad hate.
It wasn't a bad game. I mean, I only played a little bit of it out of curiosity, but it's not a bad game.
What one was the racing one?
I don't think they ever had a racing one. I don't think they ever had a racing Dragon Ball game.
Yeah, I'm sorry for talk.
I mean, there's ones where you had to chase down an opponent for like part of the story, but an actual racing game, I don't think.
Keep talking.
I can't really think offhand.
You see how hard it is to stay on the track now?
No, I legitimately can't think offhand. I can't think of any Dragon Ball racing games. There's fighters, there's RPGs, there's in betweens of that. There's right, a modded Dragon Ball Kart Racer. Dragon Kart 64. That's a modded one from like Mario Kart. I saw it right there.
English game for Nintendo. It doesn't say modded.
That's a bootleg. I know bootleg when I see it.
Yeah, I've had some red kit cartridges like that.
I still know a bootleg when I see it. It's a mod.
That's a lot of bootleg.
Yeah. It's a good.
But Raging Blast is a recent game.
Yeah, Raging Blast was I have that. It's kind of a sequel to the Tenkaichi series. It's actually pretty fun. I have it.
Raging Blast?
Yeah, Raging Blast and Raging Blast 2 were kind of sequels to the Tenkaichi series.
They were more like racing games.
No,
today.
they were fighting.
Oh.
They were fighting just like Tenkaichi.
Okay.
They didn't have as many characters though. Was the only problem with them. But yeah, they were really good fighting games.
Well, the one that I'm thinking of is just pure racing. You're just flying around.
Yeah. Never heard of that, but that'd be cool.
Like you pick one character amongst like 10 characters and you just fly around.
And then there was Battle of Z. That game wasn't the greatest.
No. I never played Battle of Sea.
I played it a little bit. I ended up trading it again because I needed gas money. Legitimately, it's why I don't have it anymore.
But that's a good thing about Wayback Machine. Or the thing that you call a
Actually, the Internet
emulator.
Emulators are awesome. Speaking of the Wayback Machine, the Internet Archive is actually down right now. They were hacked and they're fixing their files.
They're still down?
I think so.
There
Let
we
me
go.
check real quick.
Last time I checked, they were up. And I'm good
Maybe
with
back
my
up.
characters.
Last night they were down.
You are good with your characters or no?
Yes, they're down right now.
Oh.
Game froze.
No, it didn't. Oh, surprising. But, it's one of those things where
Let's see here.
we really wanted to talk about the game we just got done playing. And, like, say
Android
what we would
18.
like to see in the next one coming up.
Oh. That's fine.
Let you guys know the
Isn't
Dragon
Blue
Ball
her
videos
good
will be
persona
coming
or-
back out. God, I am going to die in Dragon Ball so many times.
No, they won't be every
I
single
forget
week,
which
but
one
we will
was
bring
the
back some
Red
Dragon
Ribbon
Ball, 'cause we've
Army.
been wanting to do
like
it again.
the first outfit
That-
she
that
had.
kinda burned
I
on
think
that first outfit.
what we're going to do to
can all
not
be
get
awesome,
so
why
burned
not?
on it is one
Oh, make me
week
feel
we'll
bad,
play
huh?
Tabletop Simulator. Yes, JJ doesn't want to do Tabletop Simulator.
We actually have more girls in this game.
with
than
the topics.
I'm fine with it.
Well,
Not
Dragon
just
Ball
with
was
this.
serious.
I'll be
Usually
recording some Dragon
it's
Ball. That's all.
Chi-Chi.
No, jokes aside, what I'll
For
probably
the
do
most
for
part.
this is go
Infidel.
through like the different
There's not many girls, but
Budokai
this
Tenkaichi
has
games and
Khalifa,
just like play a little bit of
Khalifa,
all
but I
understand like how they
have
are
refused
and like do like a sort of collage of
Kafia,
that,
Yeah,
put it
once
together,
super.
and that'd be cool.
Cal.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
sounds
the
fun.
female Saiyans, which is cool.
Probably more than you want to
No
do.
Fasha. though.
Huh?
No Fasha.
It'll be
though.
me
Fasha
probably
was
doing
nice.
that. It's not hard.
Fasha?
Fasha, yeah, from the Bardock movie.
I just
Oh.
figured to save you on editing, like Tabletop Simulator or something we can do. And
Oh yeah.
we won't have to really go and edit too much.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and when we're just talking and having
Okay.
fun, that's perfectly good. I'm fine having a
Well,
topic like
that's
that.
the idea
Yeah.
of these topics.
Yeah.
It's just an
Oh,
idea.
so
to
scary. I'm gonna
stay
fly
on
over here.
Path.
Every
yeah.
time, god
Yeah.
damn it!
Alright, I'll let you charge.
Kind of be on one direction,
Dead.
but we all know how these are. You can have an idea, start off the topic with, and
Nope.
it just spirals.
Well,
Because we talked about one thing.
Well, that was a
leads
waste
to
of a
another
spirit
thing
bar.
that we
Ah,
also
okay,
have to talk
okay.
about that thing.
No,
Because we
don't
already
want
talked about something that's related to that thing. And, my brain.
Exactly.
Oh, cool. That curve.
But
some of them, huh?
have we even put up Tabletop Simulator as a topic?
I said it
Or
as...
did you just put it as Tabletop
Stay down!
Simulator?
I put it as its own thing. I can start throwing in topics, too.
How about the one that we actually did for a topic?
Huh?
I put it in simulator.
No, don't want.
Sorry.
I am going to pause while
She
I kill
scared
my brother.
you. I almost had a melee attack here.
Because I really wanted to know, like,
So
how
you think you can be Super Duper 3, huh?
the
I think
idea
of
to do
I'm not home from behind.
as a way to do the topic rather
I have
than
no idea. Ow.
just using Audacity.
Okay. Makes sense.
Because killing two birds with one stone is a lot better than
Well, that isn't good.
all this extra work.
Ow!
True.
But again, I'm not doing the editing, so I don't give a fuck.
You don't see me.
You remember the
don't
first
see
and
me.
second games where she just grabbed him and slapped him a bunch of times
So
for
just
that
need to
move?
cover you in
Huh?
peanut butter?
The first and
Oh.
second Budokai Tenkaichi
Gotta
games
know
was just grab him
why.
and start slapping him for that
Why
move.
not?
Yeah.
I can't find you, apparently.
Because it will look like crap.
Ow.
All the
I did.
loose.
That's what you get. You killed my father.
Comments below.
What?
Should he be
don't know.
covered in peanut butter? And if not, which condiment should he be covered in?
This
No. Don't. Just no. Don't even give into his whim.
I'm going to be your papa one day.
Fetishes.
Not if I beat you first.
Yeah.
Hey, just because you have an
Oh,
allergy
he
to
beats
vinegar
her
doesn't
and
mean anything. There's plenty of condiments
She
that don't
beats
have
him and
vinegar.
just and the time paradox
My
just
nose is
disappears.
burning so well. It wouldn't even be just
Oh.
my nose. Just
I mean, there's...
all that vinegar
Come on,
from the condiment.
Tristan.
I don't
There we go.
get.
We will use non-vinegar condiments. There's
No, I don't
No,
want
the
it.
other
Careful with.
Ow!
There's
There's like one.
Oh,
tomato
no.
paste.
Ow, missile to my face.
Just no. Just no.
I blocked it. There's a, 'cause I have a B button.
Got him. Oh, my brother's son.
There's jelly.
Ow!
Speaking of jelly. Oh, jelly baby food. Not good. Not good. Especially when
No.
it's ABC.
No.
Baby jelly.
Cool. No, I'm joking.
That's what you get for not paying attention.
I noticed, like,
cool,
that was
tastes
something
nasty.
cool in GT. She had
Yeah,
Gohan's anger.
Yeah.
When,
Like, she was stronger
when
when
you
she was
notice the
mad.
baby
Yeah.
kind of having really bad hiccups and you decide to,
Hi.
and it's right after you get done feeding them some baby food, which was like, it was supposed to be like baby cello, but they called it jelly.
Sorry.
And for some reason,
I did.
my
Huh. I win.
little cousin
Ah, crap. I don't win.
didn't like it
So
so
why she's here?
or it may not
Oh.
like him. And
Payback's
gave
a
him
bitch
really
for
bad
me?
hiccups.
Ah.
To the
Might have one more
point
person
where
now.
he could not stop the hiccups, and
Oh, hello, Mom.
is a stuck like at that point he should have been like able to eat baby
Ow.
food. He was over a year. So yeah, he should have been able to do baby food.
Like,
Bad
you're gonna
moms.
will be more or less regular food to a small extent, like hand food, like
Well,
cereals and stuff.
His teeth weren't coming in yet. So
No,
I
no, it
wanted
didn't.
to
Ow.
kinda give him something soft and pureed.
I think the
And
rushes
I've seen
did
baby
more
jelly.
damage than anything else.
From the blasts.
Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know what this is. It was that or baby prunes. And I didn't
She's
feel
John
like
Cena
having
now,
to
you see
do
that?
shit on.
You're good at
And now I was talking to his.
Oh,
Was I talking to John?
I think that's child abuse.
Yeah.
Oh,
No. Stat wasn't there. I was talking to.
yay!
His mom.
Who is the little
And-
girl? She's your daughter.
She asked me a
You gotta
question.
think this is back with during the boost.
I had the baby on the table and I was kind of bouncing his
She was
thumb on the
barely
table a
in
little bit
GT.
to kind of get the thing to go through.
I think she was only in GT
knock
for
the
maybe a
hiccups out
couple
without
episodes.
actually
Yeah.
hurting the baby. So
And that's
It's
out
a
of how
rhythm-based
many
thing.
seasons?
learned it from.
CT wasn't that long. It was only 65 episodes.
It's one
It
thing
was
they teach you in
4 seasons.
parenting class.
No, I got all of GTs on
With
2 discs,
babies
or
that
on
have
not on 2
hiccups.
discs, so it's, you can get a whole
Or
box.
you,
It's
Well,
kind of
you-
throw them over your shoulder and pat
The
them
way
back.
that they did it was the Dragon Ball
I didn't need them
Search
to bark, I
arc,
just need to
Yeah.
get the air,
which
and
was
the
a
food to
handful of
separate.
episodes.
yeah.
So a bit
Um,
of
Baby's arc,
bouncy, or like put them on my lap
Yeah.
and
and
Kinda
the
bounce my legs. That really helps.
revived
too.
Dragon's arc.
But at the time,
And then-
his mom
Goku's
asked me a question. And
Family
I was
history
kind
arc.
of focused on getting the
which is
burps
Goku
and the
Jr.
Yeah, they
to
split it up,
separate.
but all right.
So I didn't look at her at the time when I
Now
went
Dragon
to
Ball-
But it was
her.
about 4
The
different
burp-
seasons.
dislodged
Yeah. Now
the
Dragon Ball
jelly
has over like
and
300-400
the ABC
episodes. There's
jelly
a lot of
went in my
episodes.
mouth.
Or Dragon Ball Z. And then
Well,
Dragon Ball Z
I don't.
200.
It probably tastes better.
Dragon
first
Ball
and
Z
second
is
half.
what, 8 seasons?
Yeah.
And like, bleh,
So,
not yummy.
like for
No wonder you didn't want to have it
for
go down
now
the
to
throat.
only be in like maybe 6 episodes
Yeah, it
of
was
Dragon Ball
bitter.
Z.
It was
She's in the
was
beginning.
I can imagine.
She's in episode 2
story
where
of
they
regret.
discuss if Pan should go with Goku
But-
and Trunks.
If the kid knew that I was talking about him,
Actually, they didn't even
he'd
discuss it.
probably
She
be like-
decided to go on her own. It's supposed to be go time.
Well,
But
I think she overhears them talking about it and she hides a,
She hot
just
seats on the ship.
a
Yeah.
little thing.
and then
I don't know. If
I like Fidel's
someone that
line in that where she goes,
had that problem.
anybody
or
see
not,
Pan?
But
Yeah, GT was 64. Z
I
was
tried to look up,
291.
what could cause that.
and,
okay,
let's see.
I think
And
regular Dragon Ball had, I don't know how many
153.
episodes.
getting back on
153
Dragon
for
Ball.
Dragon Ball.
I wonder what Pan's favorite
Didn't they separate that in like
Dragon Ball.
4 seasons?
Almost below. Pan's
Yeah.
favorite baby food.
I got all 4
I
seasons.
think that's the one that had
It's
the
like 4 or
most
5.
episode per season.
Yeah. In the box sets, yeah. Eat the
And
butt.
then
Okay, well-
I'm trying to think real quick.
I think we're having some
before
stuff
we
to
go
talk
back
about.
to fighting because that's
So
going to
I
distract me.
went into a baby topic.
But
So I think we're done
with,
there. We can start writing about baby food.
with Dragon Ball Z,
With
they
that being said, I'm
separated each
John.
season into its own arc,
Grossed out.
and then every episode that had to do with that arc.
If you
was
want
in
more of this, please
that
like and subscribe.
More of the Dragon Ball Z
I
stuff.
think they
more
did
of
that
the
with-
baby
Well, if you want more baby food, why
GT,
subscribe to? Why not?
Yes, parenting advice.
We're two people that are parents.
No, I think
Yes.
Super beats for the
Well,
most in the season.
Not necessarily,
Because
he
the
helped
whole
with your
Super
nephew. I helped
season
with my little cousin.
Was one full
So
season.
yeah, I kind of.
Yeah, Super had
Kinda got it
131
on that.
episodes as of right now, but I know they're working on another season supposedly.
We're horrible.
Yeah, but that's why I'm saying
Anyways, well-
they're probably the
We'll see you guys later.
like the highest on the chart for per episode per season.
Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Now we're going back into
Bye-byes.
fighting.
Bye-byes.
But I couldn't just get that off my chest.
No, I get it.
Stop. Hit the stop button.
I am good, you good?
What?
I don't know.
How?
You messed
Like
up.
what?
Oh no, you erased Mom